Um, Hare Krishna. Hello, everyone. It's really, 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 really nice to be back with you again. And yes, I've just recently moved to London, and it's really nice to have an opportunity to connect with you all in the actual vicinity that Kirtan London is based in. And we wanted to do something kind of not different this evening, but we wanted to really make this evening special in regards to prayer, and specifically
You're on mute.
oh, am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we really wanted to focus on the power of prayer, the power of kirtan, the power of connecting with one another to send, something, some vibration that is surcharged with intention, um, spiritual intention, that can bring about actual real change in the world. There's a whole reality that we don't experience through the limited apertures of our five senses, and we don't realize the power, or sometimes it's easy to forget the power of our mind, the power of prayer, the power of love. And we really wanted to focus on mantra as a way to connect with people, despite locational differences, despite differences in situation. And yeah, speaking of situation, the situation in India at the moment, and I guess the whole world, but specifically in India, is quite crazy with COVID. So I really wanted to request you all this evening to join me in making this Mantra Lounge special by focusing on prayer. I'm sure you've all had some experience with prayer. It's a very subtle science, but it really has prayer is an opportunity to really transform you. And if you do it with strong enough intention, in my humble experience, you can feel that transformation instantly. And that's just one person. So imagine if we all came together and surcharged our intention with love and with prayer. That collective effort should bring about tangible, visceral, real change in the world. So I really wanted to focus on that this evening. What I am going to do is I'm going to chant a couple mantras. I have my trusty guitar. I was using a ukulele last time, or my Kela, and I have a guitar with me today. So I'd like to chant, and then maybe I wanted to share a story, a reading from one of my favorite books called the Venom Gita by His Holiness Shiva Ramaswamy. And this book describes a place that is known as the hidden jewel of India, Vrindavan, Braj. And I wanted to maybe read something from this book, and then we can chant some more. And one thing I really like to do is write songs. So I wanted to maybe sing you something that's like half a song and half Maha Mantra. And whilst we are going on this journey together, we can keep in mind this prayerful mood, and really try and direct it to parts of the world and specific people you think that may need it at the moment. So I ask you all to really use your attention really use your intention, and please chant with me. Unfortunately, we can't chant in real time, but please sing your hearts out wherever you are. And yeah. And as we chant, I think it's a really nice meditation to think of your mantra as like a bow and arrow. So I really want you to focus on where you're gonna shoot that arrow. And if you focus strong enough, hopefully that arrow will pierce the right heart and bring about real change where it needs to be made. Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Radhe. Send out those prayers with me. Govinda, Radhe Radhe Gopala, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Radhe. Govinda, Radhe Radhe Gopala, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Radhe. Govinda, Radhe Radhe Gopala, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe Radhe Radhe. Please sing along. Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe Radhe Radhe. One more time. Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopala Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe Radhe Radhe. So I wanted to share a reflection with you, and well, let me see who's here. Lots of very people. Hare Krishna. I wanted to share a quick reflection with you, and maybe we could read something very brief from this book. But here's a thought that I want you to consider. In this world, planet Earth, it's very easy to feel overwhelmed. Although planet Earth itself is a speck within 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 a galaxy, we can get caught up very easily in the illusion that the world depends on us somehow, and I don't think it's right to beat yourself up about having this feeling like I should save the world. I remember having this feeling when I was very young. I was like 3 or 4 years old, and I was already thinking, what will be my legacy? What can I do to save the world? So, because I know that time is limited, so how can I act in such a way where this small life I have can be of some significance? And this thought has plagued me over the years, because I've realized that actually it's impossible to save the world when you're so small. As individuals, we are perhaps insignificant when it comes to the grand scheme of things. And there's a wonderful story that I heard a few years ago about this crane, this bird. Something terrible happened to this bird. This mother had recently lost one of its eggs, one of its chicks, in the ocean. And this baby bird hadn't hatched yet. So this small bird, this mother crane, was thinking, how can I possibly, how can I take on the ocean? Such a vast body. I'm just a small bird. How can I save my child and take on this ocean, you know? So the mother crane, as mothers do, resorted to sheer effort, hope against hope. And this bird started scooping out the water from the ocean and putting it on the shore until all of the water was gone, so that this mother crane could get her egg back. And after days and days and days and days of scooping the water, trying to get rid of the ocean and find her egg, find her baby, she realized this is an impossible task. What an undertaking. But luckily, after so much effort, someone came to her rescue. A godly bird, Garuda, god of the birds, came to her rescue and said, I've been watching this effort that you've been putting in, and although you don't have the power to take on this task yourself, dissipate the waters and get your egg back, your baby, I have the power to do this, and I'm so impressed by your efforts that I will use my powers to convince the ocean to part so you can get your egg. And something I always found wonderful about divinity is always carried through sound vibration. So even Garuda's wings, from Garuda's wings emanate the Vedas, beautiful melodies, ancient Sanskrit texts and wisdom and knowledge that can dissipate darkness and ignorance and bring about good, truth, and love, can make the impossible possible. So if you've ever had this feeling of significance like me, don't lose hope, because one very impressive thing about mantra, about the right mantra, is that God is actually within that sound vibration. God and God's names, whether it's Govinda, whether it's Gopala, whether it's Radhe, whether it's Hare or Krishna or Rama, God is non-different from these names. And what's impossible for us is possible for God. So this is why we chant, this is why we use mantra. It's to help us gain abilities that would otherwise be elusive to us. And actually through these names we become surcharged with the infinite power, possibility, and divine energy of God. And when we have God on our side, then truly anything is possible. So at the moment, we see, like in India, for example, there's such a devastating time, and it can be overwhelming for us. We think, what can I do, as a tiny individual facing this ocean of a pandemic? What efforts can I do? And actually, I just wanted to reassure you that chanting and mantra, it is allowing us to achieve the impossible. It is allowing us to bring about real change in the world. So I just wanted to reassure you that. And I wanted to, before I chant again, I just wanted to read something very short from this wonderful book called the Venom Gita. So, as we are trying to raise some awareness for India this evening, I wanted to just read something very short about the hidden jewel of India. India is full of jewels, but the hidden jewel of India, and I've had the good fortune of visiting myself, is a place called Brindavan or Braj. This is the hidden jewel of India. A very unassuming place, a very small place, filled with very unassuming people and unassuming animals. But if you have the right vision, if you have the eyes to see, then you will realize that actually this unassuming place is the hidden jewel of India, if not the universe. And I want to read something short about this place called Brindavan before we chant again to aid our meditation. And just like the names of God are non-different from God, also the abode of God, Brindavan is known as the playground of God, is non-different as well. So just by hearing about such a place, we become spiritualized. We can enter into transcendence. So I ask you to kindly lend me your ears just for a few moments. And this is beautiful writing as well. It's very poetic. It's very lovely to listen to. So just for a few moments, I'm going to read from this book, Venom Gita. This is chapter 1, entitled Brindavan in Autumn. And as I'm reading, I want you to really try and see this imagery in your mind's eye. Try and feel, try and smell, try and see, try and taste and touch what it's like to be in this place. As the sun appeared on the horizon of Braj, it illuminated the deep forests with its soft saffron rays, dissipating the darkness that had given shelter to the night pastimes of the original Lord of creation, Sri Krishna. Like rays of nectar cast from a mine of crystals, golden sunbeams caressed the dark leaves of many colours. The many trees which, embraced by weary vines bearing flowers, were still closed from their long night's vigil of his artistic pastimes. Perhaps the sun rose in the east out of anxiety to see a new chapter in the ever unfolding adventures of Sri Krishna, the wonders of which are the original cause of its effulgence. After all, innumerable pure-hearted Brahmanas of Mathura were now calling upon him in praise. Perhaps the full moon was setting in the west, having become saturated with affection for him whose radiant face was the model upon which it was created. Unable to sustain its weight in the sky, has it now sunk into that mysterious region where the earth and heavens meet. Who other than Purnamasi Devi, now speaking with Brinda in a bejeweled forest east of Nandagram and absorbed in making plans for the upcoming day, knows? Revived from their devotional reverie, the trees stretched their limbs in the aromatic breeze that carried the many scents of Brindavan. When they moved, the many birds, blissfully sleeping on their branches, were startled. Although they had remained silent throughout the night, being eager now to sing of the prince of their hearts, their voices mixed with the rays of dawn and moved the monkeys, deer, and other forest creatures. The she-parrots sang in the grapevines. Oh, the male parrots warbled in the pomegranate trees. The cuckoos cooed, 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 cooed in the mango trees. The pigeons chattered in the pilu trees, and the innumerable peacocks cried in the kadamba trees. Entering the sweet concert of peacocks that sang, the bees began to hum among the many multicolored vines, producing a background melody of bliss. Melted by the rays of the sun, the fragrant honey oozing from newly grown mango buds attracted groups of bumblebees, which awoke Brindavan forest, already trembling due to the softly moving breezes of the Malayan hills. Because the area of Brindavan is an expansion of the body of Govinda when it's back, which is the river Yamuna, thrilled with spiritual energy, the entire area of Braj arose in ecstasy. This Brindavan Dham, in the form of a 108-petaled lotus with yoga pit as its radiant whirl, is a manifestation of the divine potency of Sri Baladev. Out of affection for his younger brother, he has created this supernatural playground. Completely spiritual, fully cognizant, and saturated with unlimited prema, this transcendental abode facilitates lotus-eyed Sri Krishna's pastimes in unlimited ways. The eastern bank of the Yamuna River is decorated by 5 enchanting forests known as Bhadravan, Bandiravan, Bilavan, Lohavan, and Mahavan, which have Sri Baladev as their presiding deity. The 7 forests adorning the western bank are Bahulavan, Kamyavan, Kadiravan, Kamudavan, Madhuvan, Talavan, and Brindavan. Here, Radha and Krishna are the mistress and lord of the flower groves. As dawn exerts its effulgence and influence throughout the domain of Braj, the many inhabitants residing in its charming towns leave their homes and greet a new love-saturated day with great happiness. East of the Yamuna are Gokul and Raval, and to the west are Nandagaon, Varshana and Javat, each excelling the cities of the demigods in splendor, opulence, and purity. Everywhere are the world-famous cows of Brindavan, overwhelmed with love for their Gopal and anxious to offer oceans of nectarian milk for his pleasure. In his opening description of Venom Gita, Srila Prabhupada writes, Krishna was very pleased with the atmosphere of the forest, where flowers bloomed and bees and drones hummed very jubilantly. While the birds, trees, and branches were all looking very happy, Krishna, tending the cows, accompanied by Sri Balaram and the cowherd boys, began to vibrate his transcendental flute. So, this is a description of the hidden jewel of India, Vrindavan. And it can be very disconcerting to the eye when we don't see such descriptions. Instead, we see chaos, we see desperation, we see craziness. But actually, this reality, this transcendental reality, it exists eternally. And all you have to do is see behind the veil, this veil of chaos, this veil of confusion, this veil of ignorance. And how do we see behind the veil? By using sound vibration, by using mantra, using God's names. This is how we see behind the veil. So I think we should chant some more. Thank you all for listening to that wonderful description. So what I want to do now is, as I said, something I like to do is write songs. So I wrote a short song that goes very nice with a Maha Mantra melody. And this song is kind of a prayer. It's a prayer to not only wake up, but stay awake, to look behind this veil and begin to remember who we really are, which is a resident in this wonderful transcendental playground of Vrindavan, like we've just heard. And I tried my best with the bird noises there. I could have done more bird noises, but I think I didn't want to attempt the peacock because that's quite a difficult noise, but I did my best. So I ask you all to kindly chant with me again, and please send out your prayers again as we're chanting. And yes. So I'll start with a short song. So this is a song called As I Begin to Remember You. My soul abode, this life a cage, and as I age, I begin to remember you. These golden bars, the years they've sparkled and shine, keep me confined as I begin to remember you. My soul abode, this life a cage, and as I age, I begin to remember you. These golden bars, the years they've sparkled and shined, kept me confined as I begin to remember you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please sing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nice and loud. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And again, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My soul abode, this life a cage, and as I age, I begin to remember you. These golden bars, the years they've sparkled and shine, kept me confined, as I begin to remember you. Please sing along. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nice and loud. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Jai. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for singing and participating and being here and connecting with me, connecting with one another, sending out good vibrations to the world. We need more people like you in the world, but luckily we have you in the world. So that's very good news. I'm not sure how we're doing for time, but I think we're probably close to the end. I just wanted to mention, well, specifically this evening, we're trying to raise money for the Lotus Trust, which is like the charity welfare arm of the Bhaktivedanta Manor, and yeah, the situation in India is really serious at the moment, so we're trying to focus on that. So I would encourage you all, if you don't know how to perhaps help more, get involved. I know that the proceeds from this event is going to fund help abroad, but if you feel like you have a penny more or some more time in you or whatever it is, then I encourage you to speak to the Kirtan London crew and they can point you in the right direction. But I think that's probably all from me for now. Hare Krishna, thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kelly. That was so beautiful. Very heartwarming and definitely very meditative. Wonderful story that you shared as well. The second part of our session is normally a little breakout where we discuss sort of like a topic together. I don't know if you had something in mind, any reflections, something to reflect on.
Me specifically.
Sorry, I'm looking at you, but obviously you don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
something that.
yeah, well, I mean, I have been thinking about um, the power of prayer
Mm.
actually, and yeah, I mean, if we're gonna break out into rooms, I'd love to hear what other people's thoughts are, and in a practical way, how we connect through prayer and with prayer on a daily basis, and I'd love to get some inspiration from people, and I'm sure it'd be nice to talk about that and perhaps discuss that.
Great. All right, then we can do that. So yeah, please do stay for a few minutes so that we can discuss that. I'm just going to share some announcements before we go into our breakout rooms. If you just give me a moment, I will be able to find my uh, now. 1 second. Okay, I'm going to share my desktop, and you can tell me if you can see my screen or not. Right, do that.
Yep.
Fantastic. So, and I need to get rid of. Ooh, now I can't see my mouse. Sorry, I don't. Let me just remove that. Okay. Oh, all right. So we have wonderful Jake and Sham Govinda joining us this month, the dynamic duo. Um, both artists. Sham Govinda himself is a monk. Jake is a very talented musician. So please join us for that. There should be some songs and mantra there for for that evening. Our Journey to Joy podcast, focusing on the Bhagavad Gita, continues this month on Wednesday the 12th. So please join Madhva and Chintamani. All our recordings are online. If you would like to find them, you can go to our Kirtan London YouTube. This month we're celebrating World Meditation Day. We're going to be doing a mantra meditation session on the 21st of May. So please watch out for those details. And we're starting our part Kirtans, something that everybody has been waiting for, the most popular question so far. Everybody's asking when are we going to do Kirtan again in person? So we're going to be starting on the 23rd of May when the government allows us to meet in groups of 30. So we can do this legally in Hampstead Heath. Um, Tickets are, we're asking people to register just so that we don't end up with 100 people in the park, because that wouldn't be following the guidelines at all. So please do register, and you can find all the registration details at this link, linktree/Kirtan London, or you can go to our Instagram page or our Facebook page, or you can always message us as well, email us. So please let us know if you've got any questions about those. Great. All right. I feel like we are now ready to break out into our session, into our groups. I am going to just assign them automatically. Krishna Leela normally does that. So I'm just going to create a few groups and you'll just randomly be assigned. So do you just want to remind us of the question, Kelly?
The power of prayer.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, great. So yeah, we should all be able to go and join a group now.
Sorry, I have a problem. I can connect with anyone else.
Oh, okay.
I'm on mute, but I don't know. I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, but yeah, fine. But no one else.
Oh, let me add you to a room. That's why. Sorry, I thought you
I'm
just...
on the room 4.
Okay, let me add you to another room. I'm going to add you to room with Kelly.
Any, it doesn't matter.
Sure, of course. So I can see Maharani. Okay, I'm going to just see Room 2. Okay, there you go. You should be able to join that room now.
Room 2?
Yeah. Can you see a message? It should pop up to say you can join room 2.
Nope. A bit, yes, said room 2.
Yeah, you click on it. Just is there a button to say?
No, but it disappeared. Hare Krishna?
Yeah. Can you? Is there a button to ask to join? that
Said
room?
done speaking.
No. So you should be able to when you.
He said your video is stopped.
Let's see. That's so strange. So let's see. Yeah. In a room. Admit. Okay, I'm gonna add you to the room now again. Put in a room. So that's so strange. Every time I let me try one more time. Oh. Put in wait, oh, that's waiting room. Put in a how do I add you to a room? That's so strange. I'm so sorry. I can't find how to. This normally doesn't happen. Let's just see. Do you see something now? You're mute. You're mute. Can you hear me? Maharani, you're on mute. If you press unmute.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear